Hi guys, welcome back to Egma Games. I'm Egma, and in this video I'm going to be showing you my process for how I created the park. First, I wanted to start off with showing you guys how proud I am of creating this road. It took me forever to figure out what I was doing and how I wanted to lay it down, but we're here, we did it, go me. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So I really love the fence item, and I wanted to do something with that and like make that the opening of the park. I went through so much trouble trying to get those. I went to like 4 different treasure islands, accidentally got the gel bars instead, had to go back. So yeah, that was literally so much work, but I finally got them and I was so excited. But I really liked the castle opening, and I thought that one like best matched the fence. So yep. I will say, since it is my first speed build, I felt a little awkward because there were so many things that I wanted to add in this build and so many items that I needed, and I just was not organized at all. So the next time I do a speed build, I'll definitely like plan it out a little bit more. For this build, I had somewhat of an idea of the items that I wanted to use, and I actually created this idea like all on my own. Like, I don't think I used anyone else's idea. I just remember sitting at my job and immediately had an idea for what I was going to do in the left part of my island, and I actually drew out what I wanted to do, so I'll put that in the video. But yeah, right now I'm moving Sherb and Meringue's house, so I'm able to put them in the left corner. I also went to the treasure island and got like 5 or 6 different stacks of iron so I can make a lot of this fencing. And here's me trying to figure out exactly where to put Meringue's house. Yeah. You'll see me during the video kind of like wander around in a circle, and I'm very like not put together whenever it comes with ideas and like what I'm trying to do, because like I feel like I have so many different ideas going on at once that it's hard for me to like do one thing without getting distracted by another one. So a lot of the times I'll be running around trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. Yeah, so for this area, what I want it to look like is like I'm using these 2 medieval sidings to put in between Meringue and Sherb's house, because I kind of want it to look like the pastry shop and the ice cream shop are put together. Like they're the same building almost, and I really want it to look like, you know, you're just walking through one building coming through the other one, and they have distinct like aesthetics. So whenever I make the Happy Home Paradise 30 houses, you know, and I can decorate their own houses, obviously meringues will be pink and Sherb's will be blue, but you will see like whenever I'm trying to move Sherb's house, I get so confused because I'm like, this does not line up as good as Meringue's house, and it's just because it's a different type of building. So I'm hoping that the light there kind of makes it go good together. Just let me know whenever like I skip to the next day. Here I am counting the spots to see how many spaces there are, so I can like I try to make the area perfect, so I'm counting out this like spaces horizontally and vertically, because I'm trying to figure out where the best place is to put the park fountain. Now that I have Sherb's spot figured out, I wanted to go ahead and start the island construction, just to kind of get rid of that spot and start building a fence along this area. My first thought was, I could put hedges here and it would match the upper level for the boardwalk, but I later decided against it, because at first my idea was like, let's put hedges and then let's put the iron fencing behind that, and I just don't like how it looks like it takes up so much space. Like, why doesn't the fencing just be right on top of the hedges? I realized that was wasting so much space, so I was like, we're actually gonna try to put the iron fence there instead, and I like that a lot better. I think it looks a lot cleaner, so I ended up just doing that. I then start going around to build the path that people are going to walk on. So my idea for this is kind of make it like a quad area. I don't know if you've ever been to a college or maybe just a park in general, and it has like a big open field and there's like a fountain or like a flag stand in the middle of it, and then there's like kind of like multiple sidewalks that are intertwined into the middle. But that's kind of what I wanted to do. It kind of reminds me of my college, because we had a big quad space and it kind of looks a lot like this, except we had a flagpole instead of a fountain. But yeah, I'm just going around and putting the path around, and then I'm gonna end up counting and seeing where I should be putting the fountain. it was about at this area that I realized, oh crap, in my idea I wanted to put palm trees and bushes like right up near the gate. So then I was like, oh man. So I had to like take all the pathing away that I just spent the last 2 to 5 minutes on. And it takes me a while because I really hate putting paths down because I always go in the wrong direction. But I'm going to grab some bushes and some palm trees, and then I'm going to go back and plant them. I just kind of left this clip in so everyone could see in the video like where I'm getting my palm trees, and like all the flowers that I'm using, they were kind of just growing outside of my house. I had like a little area that I could run to and go get. Now, I really had a dumb moment. I was trying to plant the palm tree on grass, and it took me a little too long to figure out that it needed sand. At first I was thinking that it was too close to the ledge or too close to the paths. And yeah, I got confused for a little bit, and then I was like, oh, I need to put sand down to plant this palm tree. I really thought Animal Crossing was glitching, but now I'm just dumb. So when it comes to like the pattern for like flowers and bushes, if anyone was wondering, I kind of just put stuff down without a plan, and it so far worked for me, and I like how colorful it looks, so I just kind of went with what I wanted to and tried not putting like the same colors next to each other. I really love how this corner turned out. I was a little bit like not patient enough for the shrubs to grow, so I just planted them for my pocket. But I really like how I did 2 palm trees and an orange tree. And at this point I was done with the pathing all around, so I'm counting now the space in between the road, like the stone path basically, that in between that square, and then I will count this like about 8 times because I really needed to make sure that I was getting the same number each time. And then finally, once I'm done with that, I start counting vertically. And yeah, so basically I just marked the 3 spots because the fountain that I'm going to be using is 3 by 3. So I counted so many times at the top because I needed to know what the middle of, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Since it's like takes up 3 spots, I needed to make sure each side had the same amount if the 3 was going in between them. And then I'm going to do the same vertically and see where the middle would be for 3 going, basically, yeah, 3 in the middle that way. And then I'm going to see where that is and then kind of fill around it, count again, make sure I'm correct. And then I was like, oh, you know what, I'll actually just mark it in stone because it'll be easier for me to remember, like I don't need to replace it with anything. So that is where the fountain's gonna go, and I skipped through the part of me editing, or I edited out me taking all the extra paths away. So you're welcome for not making you sit through that. So even though I have the 3 by 3 where the fountain is going to go, I am making a path around it because all the other paths are going to want to connect to the fountain. And then I start pathing each like quadrant of the park. I also wanted to add diagonal lines to it, and I really liked what I did. I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, but I was really into like how some people create the braided paths on their islands, so I really wanted to incorporate that on mine. So that's what I did. I'm going to let you go through watching me plan all this out, but I think in the other ones I just kind of skipped to where I was like, I skipped to the end, so you're not having to go through like me doing this 4 times. So after doing 2 of the braids, I kind of didn't like how gray it looked, so I wanted to put the terracotta stone in just to give it a little color, and I really liked how it turned out. Yeah, I also tried the brick, but the brick was just a little too dark and it didn't really feel tropical for me. Also, I guess I kind of lied about saying that I skipped through and not make you watch all of it. Apparently you get to watch me fix 3 of the paths, but hopefully you enjoy it and maybe it's made you want to put braided tiles on your island as well. So once I dumped all the flowers out of my pockets and picked some things up off the ground so I can finish tiling, I kind of got distracted and decided that I was going to start decorating. So this is me decorating Sherp's house. I later take the ice cream lamp out. I really like it there though, but I think that I'll put it a different color, like maybe the half strawberry half vanilla color ice cream lamp, because it'll like match meringues and stand out behind Sherp's house. But I really do want there to be an ice cream lamp. Also, I think it's kind of whack that we can't like put a lot of items near their house. Like, I just think that, like, obviously there's so much room, why can't we just... It was really bothering me, like not being able to put as much that I wanted out there, but I put as much as I could fit, and I eventually liked how it turned out, so that's a good thing. And I really like this over here. I'm not sure if anyone has had the same experience, but every time I go to the beach and I go on the boardwalk, they have a little area that you look over with the fencing, and you're able to feed like 80 million fish in this tiny area. It's probably like not okay for the fish, but and the fish kind of just like swim on top of each other just because they want the little dog food pellets that you pay like 25 cents for. But I really wanted to kind of make it look like that on the side with the candy machine. So hopefully I achieved that look. I then put the fountain down and realized it looked a little weird having tile underneath it, so I took that off. I went with the seal fountain to do the tropical theme, you know. I also made this little peninsula thing, a little extended area for Moraine and Sherp's cafe, like restaurant area. And I wanted that to be terracotta so it wasn't too everything gray, you know. And I really liked how it turned out. And I think it's a pergola. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I really love that and how you can walk underneath it. So I kind of wanted to make that like the little entrance way for the outdoor seating if anyone wanted to sit out there. I then start filling in the empty spaces with flowers and bushes, just so it makes it obvious where people should walk. And I also like everything to be perfect but the fact that there's random like little side things that make it fitting perfect, I really like that because it's a great way to put like flowers and stuff. And I ran out of flowers, so I'm going to over here. Still some from the ring. Oh, rip. Yeah, you're not going to be needing to take care of these flowers no more. I'm just going to move them out of the way and take some pinks. But yeah. I really like how it's uneven, so then you can just fill it with scenery and like objects and plants. I think it makes it look a lot better than it just being straight and like symmetrical all the time. By the time I put the first garden bench down, I was really trying to ignore that something was not right with the color, but I just couldn't ignore it. So then I like customized all these garden benches to be either silver or white, and I couldn't make up my mind which one I liked more. So I kind of just put them down to see. Like the white benches matched the fence on the outside, but I thought overall the silver matched the tile in the fountain, so I believe I ended up going with the silver. I think it overall just looks a lot better. Then I go through the process of customizing each bench again to be silver. I'm really bad at assuming I'm gonna like something and like customize one single thing all one color and then never like having to go back and basically change them all because I changed my mind. So yeah, that's just a fun personality trait of mine, I guess. But then I start placing the benches throughout the park. I used my little key map that I drew before to figure out where I kind of wanted the benches to go and what I wanted it to look like. I think whenever I put the bench on this side, I realized that, oh, I forgot to put a line on that side, but it actually looks better without it. So I'm just gonna take this line off. That's what was going through my head whenever I put that bench down, because I was like, oh, this looks so good over here, and then I come over to the other side, I'm like, why is there a random line here? And then I was like, oh, that was actually my original idea. So yeah, I put hedges in between just to fill space. I think it looks a lot better with hedges. I think I try to put other items in between them, but it always looks better with the hedges, in my opinion. I start putting the park fence at the bottom and then realize, oh, actually I'll just put it back at the top. I really like the park fencing. I really like to use it for like bike racks. I just think it looks really cool as a bike rack, so that's what I use the park fencing at the top for. And then I take these away and I think I replaced them with hedges and a garden chair or garden bench. And pretty much once I put that in, I start on this side over here, and I want to make this little sandy area some more outdoor seating for the cafe. I really like the garden tables, so what I did was I took the white and blue garden tables and I kind of intermingled them. So if there's like a white table, they get blue chairs, and if it's a blue table, they get white chairs. I just kind of wanted to keep the whole like, it's Sherman-Morank's place. But yeah, I really like this idea of like outdoor seating on the beach. In real life, would iron tables be comfortable on the sand? Probably not, but they look really cute on my island, so we're gonna forget it. I have a lot of different desserts that I can use that I grabbed from the Treasure Islands, and yeah, I just kind of rearranged the tables and the chairs and then put the little snack foods on them. And I can't tell you how many times my character decides that they want to sit down. Like, girl, we do not have time for that. We're trying to speed build. Also, I'm just curious because obviously you can see me struggling with moving these objects, right? Does anyone else just like kind of drag and move them around? Because I hate having to like just pick them back up in my pockets and then put them back down just for them to like not go the right way, like what happened with a garden bench earlier. And then another thing is like when you go to pick them up, like if you're around flowers and you grab the wrong way, you just pick one of the flowers. Like that's just so annoying. So I really don't like, I just like dragging, like picking and dragging is so much better to me than just putting it back in my pockets. So over here, I'm doing the same thing. I have two separate tables, but the first one in the little beach area is like more of like a little private area, and the one on the rocks are going to be an even more private area. So the one on the rocks, I was really excited. It came to me like last minute, but I decided that it was going to be like VIP wedding like date, I guess. Like someone brought their significant other over here, you know, and proposed to them, and yeah, so just watch me decorate that area and don't say anything about the wedding cake, because they're either like enjoying their wedding cake or this person got a wedding cake for their significant other while they proposed. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I really liked how I decorated Okay, and before people comment in the comments, a lot of the things that I set out here are backwards. Like the wedding cake is facing the wrong way, and so is that flower stand. It's like the bow is facing towards the ocean. I might, you know what, I might, I'm not even gonna say I will, I might change that in my island, but like, it gives it character, like, and maybe this person was just so nervous, like, asking and setting this up that they placed it wrong, who knows, or maybe, like, Meringue, placed this stuff together, and, she just was having a rough day, you know, but then I put my bicycles, on the, you know, park fence, and here we are, the iron's being whack, but see, like, I hate doing that, like, I'm like, no, I really, so aggravating. So I time skip to the next day, and I have all of these nice little hedges, or bushes, or whatever you want to call them, and I decided that I really didn't like the look of them there, so I later replaced them with bushes. But I time skip to the next day, and it looks like it's about to rain, and it's not as sunny, and I kind of regret like making this the photo for the thumbnail, because like I had to brighten the image a lot to make it look cute. But yeah, why was it raining? It could have just been sunny. But yeah, finished decorating that area. I'll go back and replace these with bushes. And then I go out here and I finish decorating the outside of the park. And I think I put the drink machine and slot machines up. And then I basically plant trees and bushes and flowers in that little triangle of space right there. And ta-da! We're done. So I'm gonna do a slowish kind of, not really walkthrough of the finished area. So that basically wraps up the video. Thank you so much if you've watched up to this point. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was my first ever speed build. So hopefully I did a good job, and I'm hoping to make more. My next video is going to be about me going to Treasure Island, so if you're interested, stay tuned for that next week. Thanks. See ya.